All right, what is up, everyone? Here we go. Let's do this. So, good morning. I'm gonna switch my screen so you guys can see my accounts. Oh, that's not it. So, I'm just setting this up real quick. Just trading 3 PA accounts today. I'm waiting for my evals to get reset for the monthly fee. And yep, here we go. Just three fundeds today: 13, 4, and 15. If we get a trade, right? So I'm just making sure this is right. Hey, what up, Snowman? Good morning. Just setting this up real quick, and then we will take a look at price action, what we got going on. So yeah, 15, 4, and 13. There we go. Sorry, guys. I low-key kind of have OCD, so I just check things a billion times. All right. Okay. Let's switch back to the main screen. Here we go. So, let's talk about what we got going on. Let's first look at news. So, news today is we have first, let's look at the low time frame. See if there's anything setting up here. I'm liking these low resistance lows here. We got good low resistance lows below. I think that's a very strong draw. We got here we go. News this week. Let's screenshot this. Boom, there we go. Okay. Let's put this in the Discord. I mean, I always put it in the Discord because, I have to check it anyways, so I might as well screenshot it and make it easier for everyone else, right? So, and then we'll go back to Monday. No news Monday. There we go. So, news today, July 21st, Monday. Screenshot that. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, let's go ahead and look at the chart here. So, yeah, we got nice low resistance lows here. I like this as a draw on liquidity, right? These are very nice low resistance lows. Very, very nice. I'm curious if maybe this is a sell model, right? Very nice rejection block here. Look at how this rejection block wicked above these highs, sweeping those highs, and then closed back lower. Look at how big this rejection block is, right? Very nice rejection block. Oh, that's definitely what this is, dude. That's definitely what this is. Look at this, guys. Crazy nice rejection block, and on S&P we sweep the rejection block, right? This is classic the Phoenix model I just talked about on my video from however long ago, right? Do you guys remember me talking about this? So SMT with this high, right, where one asset makes a higher high. Another asset makes a lower high. I'm liking this so far. So 1 hour. Let's drop down to the 5-minute. Now, as always, feel free to disagree with me at any time and call me out if I say something dumb, but this is kind of looking nice, dude. I'm not gonna lie. So far, so then we ended up getting 5-minute change in state here or here. Actually, I guess here is the first one. I like this one though, personally. Anyway, the point is we got a sell model, right? That's the point. Except, no, yeah. Let's just keep looking around though, you know, because it's important to look at both sides, right? We have a BPR, right? We have a BPR. That's important to recognize that. 4-hour BPR. Yeah, okay. It's important to recognize both sides because we do have a 4-hour BPR. We do have volume imbalance here. So I'm looking at this as well. And we have the volume imbalance below the BPR. Oh man, these low resistance lows look nice, dude. I don't know, man. I think I might be leaning towards these lows here. But look at how precise this volume imbalance was, guys. You guys see this volume imbalance? The market respected it perfectly. This is what I mean when I say the market is just way too precise. Like, way too precise. It's like crazy. Like, that is absurd. So this is nice displacement lower. Here's 15-minute for value gap. Let's have a 5-minute gap. Alright, technically it's like a BPR here. Okay, let's get rid of stuff on the chart because it's a little bit too messy, right? It's a little too messy. So this was London, right? This was previous week's high. So if I pull up on S&P, yep, same thing. S&T with previous week's high here. It's interesting though because the previous week's high on S&P is this high. Previous week's high on Nasdaq is this high. So I'll just keep it at S&P because I don't want to overcomplicate it for myself. So it's also important to recognize like higher time frame is extremely bullish, right? I'm going to consider both sides here. I don't want to get tunnel vision. Also just want to react to what the market gives me, right? I don't want to have to, you know, force a trade or anything like that. Alright, so now we're getting good momentum on market open here. I think this looks like we're gonna go run these highs. But could be wrong. We got SMT with one of these lows. Okay, all right. Just let's actually just break this down conceptually, just real quick, because I want to be objective about this, right? Higher time frame, extremely bullish, right? Higher time frame, we've broken all-time highs. We're respecting fair value gaps. On the 4-hour, we had this bullish SMT right here. We broke this high, and now we have this 4-hour gap. So we're in a giant 4-hour fair value gap. Where's the new week opening gap? Whoa! That volume imbalance was the new week opening gap, dude. That's crazy. Do you guys see that? Remember that volume imbalance I was talking about? Yeah, that wasn't just a volume imbalance. That was a new week opening gap. That's crazy, dude. That was the exact low. So, I still like these low resistance lows. Then again, though, to be honest, this looks more bullish than bearish. Looks like almost 2022 model where we have a gap in discount. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. New fair value gap and new week opening gap. Once again, guys, do you guys remember me telling you about this in my last video? Right? I said in my last video, I said if you have a 2022 fair value gap, right? I talked about this in my last video. If you have a 2022 fair value gap, right? Liquidity sweep, break of structure, fair value gap, and discount, the volume imbalance below the 2022 gap, right? It's going to be very, very sensitive. You guys remember me saying this? That's crazy, dude. So that's a lot of displacement right there. What up, random guy? Good morning. We had a nice 2022 gap right here where, how do we even say this? Sweep liquidity, right? Sweep liquidity. Break of structure within here somewhere. Right here. How did you finish out last week? I went on vacation Wednesday, so I haven't been watching. Dude, I've just been moving along. But we're here, we're showing up again, locked in. Yeah, I mean, higher time frame is extremely bullish right now. We have, right, we've been expanding away from, we've broken above all-time highs, and you can see every single gap is supporting price, right? We got a gap here, gap here, now gap here. So now we're watching this gap. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now we're back at all-time highs. So I don't know what we do in this situation, but yeah, no, it's the NWOG, dude. You see, yeah, did you see that, bro? You saw the new week opening gap, dude. The new week opening gap is crazy, dude. New week opening gap is crazy. It's actually insane. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, guys. The new week opening gap, right? The gap where when the opening, the difference between the open and the close of a new week. Bro. Check this out. You see this precision, right? This is absurd. This is absurd. Genuinely insane. No, but what I was saying, right, is it's a 1 hour gap as well. So the 1 hour gap is the initial fair value gap that's supporting price, but the volume imbalance, the new week opening gap, acts as a backboard, right? I just talked about this in my most recent video. So we have a sweep of the low, break of structure in here, like right here or something like that. And then in discount of this is this 1 hour gap. And the new week opening gap acts as like extra confluence. Crazy. Oh man, I need to charge my laptop. Yeah. I'm not sure how you would have taken it. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure how you would have taken it. I think it's okay. What would you have done to take it? I guess technically you could go, 30-second change in state of delivery off of this gap. 5-minute gap, 30-second change in state of delivery. And you got low resistance highs here. Right up to those low resistance highs. Dang, bro. Crazy stuff. What the heck, man? These are the kinds of trades that I want to get, because if I can just get trades with super high RR, like that, those are the ones where I'm like, I know most people don't like RR, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, if I could just get one of those that runs to low resistance liquidity, that covers most of my losses, to be honest. I don't know. We do have SMT, right? Now, I don't know how much I like being bearish here, because, we're at all-time highs, but I mean, this could be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Right, we have a 15-minute BPR on S&P here. It's the same one from before. I mean, we could inverse it though. Yo, Medbach, what's up? So, I didn't do anything. There's nothing I took. I mean, there's things probably you could take, right? You could probably maybe take this inversion. There's maybe a flow state within here, but I don't know, man. It wasn't super obvious to me. Nothing was super obvious to me, so I didn't do anything. That's okay. But, it's very nice because this was the new week opening gap very obviously supported price, right? Yeah, nothing happening right now. Sometimes you just have to admit that, like, most of the time in trading, you're not gonna be doing anything, and that's just you have to be emotionally intelligent enough to understand that. So oh, we do have this. Okay, I'm still watching this 15-minute BPR. I'm not gonna lie, right? If we did get some kind of aggressive reaction off of it, I'd be watching it. I don't know if we will though. I think we'll go get through it probably. Yeah, there's the new week opening gap. Do you guys see it? It's so subtle, but close, open. This is a gap. This is a gap. The gap between the close and the open. Drag that over. What do you see? Precision like you could never believe, bro. So I'm curious. Trader Day says new week opening gaps are better than fair value gaps, and he deleted the tweet yesterday. Right? I saw it right before he deleted it, but it was like within like 5 seconds he tweeted new week opening gaps are better than fair value gaps, and then he deletes the tweet. So I don't know why he did that, but yeah, I found that to be interesting. Yeah, bro, I'm wondering if there was like some kind of quarterly theory trade within this. I know we're not really gonna get anything now, so I'm just gonna look at. I just kind of want to look at this new week opening gap and kind of just observe it, because right now I'm not gonna take anything. But I want to look at this new week opening gap because I find this to be so fascinating. Like, precision is immaculate, dude. I'm wondering first of all, was there SMT with it? Yes, there was, right? We have SMT with this low into the new week opening gap. So that's one of the first things you want to see with a new week opening gap is an SMT. Was it with a key time? Oh yeah, I guess technically this was with Asia. Yeah. So an SMT with Asia lows. So Asia SMT. There was a CISD. Yeah, dude, I was just looking at that. Dude, that was nice. There was CISD. There was a 5-minute gap, 30-second change of state of delivery. I liked that. I liked that a lot. It might have also been a 15-minute gap, 1 minute. But dude, you can't. I mean, people who aren't traders will never ever get to understand this. Like how cool the precision in trading is. And I feel bad for them because they'll never understand how precise this can be. Like, as traders, we know because we look at the markets every day, but to the average person, it's just a whole bunch of, random lines. But, like, clearly we can see that this is not random, right? This is very, very perfect. It's just crazy. I kind of like drawing this out as dotted lines better. So we had the new week opening gap. We have SMT with Asia. So let's redo this. Boom. Boom. Get rid of the session. Dude, so sick. So, we're just observers. We're just price observers, right? We just say, what happened in price, and how can we take advantage of it next time? What can we do to better take advantage of it next time? Because this is genuinely beautiful, right? If you don't think this is cool, trading, like, genuinely, like, this is like the best part about trading is seeing stuff like this. It's so cool. So we look at this, we get SMT with Asia's lows, and then hit this new week opening gap perfectly. I'm curious. A lot of the time, I know I've watched some videos on this from Day, from like secret videos that I have, and I'm wondering. Well, what I'm looking for is I don't know if you guys know what this is, but a precision swing point, where it's like one candle is red on one asset and one candle is green on another asset. And when that happens in a new week opening gap, it'll oftentimes be the low. Right? Yeah, I think it's right there, dude. I think it's right. I don't know, though. I could be wrong. But I think it might be this. See how this one is red and this one's green? Could be wrong. I don't know, to be honest, but I am just a price observer. I observe what I notice, and I just think it's cool. Anyway, very precise. I think the way to take this was, this was a 5-minute gap, right? This was a 5-minute gap. Once again, let's take a look at price. Oh my, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything. 5-minute gap here. So within that, we had 30-second change of state. I mean, it was really that simple, in my opinion. We had low resistance highs above. New week opening gap as confluence. Let's go, Haney. Yeah, no, I'm not trading for the day unless we got something really nice, but I don't think we will. Did you get any trade? Nah, bro. I should have gone on the charts earlier because then maybe you could have caught this, but this happened right at 9:15. A little too early for me. Yeah, I'm jealous too. But yeah, once again, 30-second change in state, right? Both here. You have 30-second change of state both here and here. So either one of these, right? to go run these lower resistance highs. Yeah, the LRLR. This LRLR, this was nice, dude. Yeah, I didn't, I don't know what the entry was. What did you take for entry? There was a 5-minute inversion, but there was an external gap. Right? There was this 5-minute inversion, but you have an external gap. But I guess you could take it if you're anticipating the gap to be broken. Because this, to be fair, we're delivering. You took the 5-minute inversion. Yeah, because this is actually a really good trade because you're delivering from a new week opening gap with SMT, dude. So I don't care that much about. Exactly. I don't care that much about this external gap. This is something that is just like more advanced, but I don't care that much about this external gap because we have such good liquidity. We're delivering from a new week opening gap. We have SMT with Asia's lows. So because of all those things, I don't care that much about this external gap. If I had all the confluences and I had, seen this in the moment, this is something that you can have conviction in taking because who cares, right? We're delivering from a new week opening gap. We swept out Asia's lows. We have SMT with Asia's lows. I have conviction that this is going to break. And I think that's just, something that you have to find through screen time. But most of the time, typically, you're not going to necessarily take this. But in this case, you could. In my opinion, you could, right? Because we're delivering from new week opening gap. Delivering from with SMT with Asia. And we swept out Asia's highs. Very nice consolidation here. Low resistance highs. Took it based on first presented for value gap. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Haney, good job, dude. Where's the first presented for value gap, dude? This is the first presented for value gap that I see, dude. This is all the way up here. I don't know, man. I don't see that first presented for value gap. Unless it was on the 32nd. Or the 15-second. Dang, good job, Haney. Very proud of you. Nah, I didn't take a trade, but I kind of liked this, to be honest. Delivering from new week opening gap, 5-minute inversion. Delivering from, actually, this is a 1-hour gap. Right, this is a 1-hour gap. I kind of like this, where it's a 1-hour gap. Delivering from new week opening gap. 5-minute inversion. And then you're basically just saying, yeah, I'm anticipating this to be broken because of liquidity, right? Hey, Daniel, what's up? So, yeah, if I had, been the perfect trader, I would have liked to take this trade, but I'm not a perfect trader. But I do like this a lot because delivery from new week opening gap, 1-hour gap, inversion in not that many candles, and you can get good RR, you have good low resistance highs, and you can anticipate this to be broken because we have such good liquidity above, right? Dude, crazy nice. crazy nice, dude. And the thing about these kinds of trades that's so cool is when you're at all-time highs, you know how bullish the market is. You can just leave runners to just keep going. I mean, imagine if you just kept runners to keep going. So these are the kinds of trades that, you know, we're going to be able to catch one day. We're going to be able to catch these because we observe it today, we'll catch it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You guys see how clean this is, right? Like, we're market observers. We observe the market. Like, sure, I mean, maybe you guys caught it, but like I didn't catch it today, but I'm ready to catch the same exact thing tomorrow. When we get it, I'm gonna be ready. It just sucks because like I have to get on the charts and ready to take a trade pretty fast. Maybe I should get on the charts a little earlier, but yeah, it's probably fine. Dude, this was crazy nice. What the heck? Yeah, well, I didn't take it. Don't worry. I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm missing out as well. I didn't take it. It's yeah. We're just. I'm just being a price observer right now. I'm just observing what happened, and yeah. Um, but I didn't take a trade. I should have definitely taken this, but once again, it's hard to make a good decision in a short amount of time. But I think this was really nice, to be honest. So I'm gonna screenshot this. You know, these are just mental bookmarks we're keeping in our head for later. So when we have a trade that's like this that we see in the future, we're not gonna be scared. We're not gonna be afraid. I mean, once again, I didn't even see this, but if I saw this in the moment, would have been nice, dude. Delivering from new week opening gap, right? See how precise that is? So, July 7/21. What is the date on that? Monday? Or yeah, obviously. It's Monday, bro. What's wrong with me, bro? Okay. This was 9:25. IFG 5-minute. Yeah, that was nice, dude. When that macro open price rush, so yeah, dude, it really did. And I'm just showing this just to show like, hey, you could leave runners, right? You could leave runners. So I'm gonna just screenshot this. Yeah, man, it's just one of those things where like, we'll just keep showing up. I'm pretty happy with how I handled the day. I didn't do anything. I think that's fine, dude. That's crazy, dude. Haney, bro, you're actually turning into like a really, really high tier trader, dude. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, well, like, I mean, you can trail your stop and leave runners, and like, it's not like terrible to leave runners. You just have to do it in a way that makes sense. Just, it's all about position management. So, now, yep, exactly. Just don't take losses, man. That's the best thing you can do. As well, you know, I did notice, like, okay, we're getting this 5-minute change in state of delivery off this 1 hour gap. I did notice this. If it would be irresponsible for me to say I didn't, like, think about it, right? Because we have 1 hour gap, S&T with Asia, 5-minute change in state of delivery. I mean, but I hate going long at literally all-time highs, right? But in hindsight, you can see that we just kept going up from here. But I did notice this, and I did, like, you know, I did like this close. I did not want to go long at all-time highs. But yeah, 1 hour gap, 5-minute change in state of delivery. Oh, for real? 11 viewers? That's a lot, dude. That's crazy. But yeah, the reason I know, like, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. This, dude, why'd you tell me I have 11 viewers? Now I'm thinking too much, dude. Now I'm thinking about too much about what I'm saying. That 1K subs working out. You got 10 viewers. That's crazy, man. Yeah, now I'm starting to think about what I'm saying. I don't want to say something dumb. Nah, I don't care. But yeah, it would be a lie to say I didn't, like, consider this. But once again, all-time highs. Number one rule: don't lose money. But we do get 5-minute change in state of delivery off this 1 hour gap. And this is pretty clear accumulation, right? Accumulation, manipulation into that new week opening gap, into that 1 hour gap. Like, it would be crazy for me to say that I didn't think. I mean, my brain kind of registered this, but, you know, I'd have to enter on this candle close and look at how high I would be entering, right? Does this really make sense? Like, I don't regret not doing anything. Like, because we would have closed way too high. I mean, but I thought about it. Oh, yeah, Dodgy's in love with himself, man. Dodgy's in love with himself. But the reason I like this is because, you know, clear AMD, S&T with a new week opening gap, and super good displacement. I mean, if you had conviction, you definitely could have gone for something like this, right? Accumulation, sweep the low. Manipulation into the new week opening gap. And then distribution, right? So anyway, not much we can do now, but it's always cool to observe the market and observe what happens. It might even be better to mark out accumulation like this, right? Because this is, I don't know, I always just like marking it out when it's a more obvious accumulation. Accumulation, manipulation below this low, S&T with Asia, 5-minute change in state, and we just boom. That's crazy though. 11 viewers, guys. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't necessarily take anything, but that inverse for value gap was clean. That was clean. No way. No shot. Did it? Did it? Bro. Haney. You're a legend for spotting that. Dude, thank you for saying that. What? What? Guys. This is so sick. Look how perfect the market is. Midnight open, right? Where do you want to see your entry? Below midnight. Dude. Crazy. Crazy stuff, guys. Guys, this is proof there's opportunity every single day. Every single day. Even on No News Mondays, where other people are screaming, guys, there's no opportunity, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Tune it out. Tune it out. Guys, do you see how perfect these markets move? Just observe it, right? Observe it. We go below midnight. We get SMT with Asia's lows into the new week opening gap at the bottom of the 1 hour for value gap. And then we get a simple inversion. You can treat this as a liquidity void because this is such a nice accumulation range. And then from there, we expand, dude. We just expand. I mean, this is just beautiful, dude. I mean, if you saw this in your trading journal, right? If you had all these confluences in your trading journal, if you had this exact trade in your trading journal, guys, manipulation below midnight, SMT with Asia, sweep of Asia's lows, delivering from a new week opening gap, delivery from a 1 hour for value gap, 5-minute inversion, anticipating this external gap to be broken. If you had all of these confluences and you had this in your journal, would you regret this as a loss, right? And these are the kinds of trades you want in your journal because you're going to be like, you're going to be so confident this is not going to, this is not something I'm going to regret, right? I'm going to take this, I'm going to be happy with whatever happens. And these are the kinds of trades where you're okay with just saying, I'm only going to take 3 of these a month, you know? And then if you could do that, I mean, it's not easy to always catch them right away, but if you could catch them, then you could be a money printed machine, right? This is the hard part about trading isn't just, observing it. It's being there at the exact time to execute exactly when you need to and not having your brain be foggy. That's the other issue that's really hard about this. Today was better than last week. We had CPI week. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Tune out the noise, guys. Tune out the noise. Listen to your own heart. Listen to what makes sense to you in trading. Tune out everyone else because 95% of other people are unprofitable. What makes sense to you on the charts? What kinds of trades make sense to you? For me, this is just common sense, right? Delivery from a new week opening gap. Sweeping out midnight. S&T with Asia. Clear accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Crazy nice, dude. 7-1, dude. Imagine. One day, bro, we're gonna keep locking in. We're gonna catch trades like this on stream. Coming soon. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, dude. I bet you Jade Cat probably caught this, dude. Jade Cat probably caught this. This is the type of trade Jade Cat takes, dude. I've seen his trades. A lot of them look exactly like this, dude. All those 2022 traders crying. No setup. Well, not gonna lie, dude. I think there was. I think you could have taken this sweep break of this high, and then we just have, a fair value gap right here. We have a fair value gap here. Then again, it's not in discount, but I don't know. This isn't super obvious. I wouldn't take. That's not really a high conviction trade or anything. I'm just saying sweep, break a structure for a high gap. But yeah, I don't know. That's not a really high probability trade probably. But you can see that every single fair value gap within this price leg, after we get moved down into the new week opening gap, every single fair value gap supports price. This is how you can tell we were getting algorithmic delivery. When every single fair value gap is supporting price and we're aggressively starting to displace towards obvious low resistance lows, yeah, it's pre-market. Honestly, bro, I'm really starting to think that as long as you know the correct draw on liquidity, pre-market, it literally doesn't matter that much. You just have to be on side with the market. Like, if you knew that we were reacting off this new week opening gap, you saw this SMT with Asia, you saw manipulation below midnight, dude, you're not offside. You can take the entry in pre-market. That's just my opinion, though. Because if you really do your due diligence, you're not going to be offside. I mean, there's no way you're missing this new week opening gap. There's no way you're missing this SMT with Asia. Later, Medbach. Peace out. Have a good one, bro. But yeah, you can see every single fair value gap within this displacement supports price. And this is what I mean when I say this is what you want to see when it's like obvious that we're delivering towards low resistance liquidity. Yeah. But you guys see what I'm talking about, right? When every single fair value gap is essentially giving price no leniency, right? When every single gap is just, it feels like it doesn't have any room to breathe, and we have really obvious low resistance highs. This is algorithmic. This is the market showing you its hand. And so you want to basically say, where's the low resistance liquidity? Right? Right here. You see this? You see all these highs? This is the low resistance highs you want to target. You think Jan cooked? Very possibly, bro. We'll have to ask him. Yeah. Dude, crazy, man. But, like, look at how precise, like, every single fair value gap supports price perfectly. Boom, boom, boom. And then we just aggressively displace towards these low resistance highs. Yeah. Yeah, man. Crazy. Well, I'm probably not going to get anything. Obviously. Nothing worth risking your money on anymore, really. But still very cool. Very, very cool. Just a matter of time. We're going to catch very cool things. Dude, that's crazy. There was 11 people watching. Was there, like, actually 11? That's a lot, dude. There's still 11 people watching. That's absurd. What's up, everyone? What is up? Yeah, I mean, look at the precision in these markets, guys. Look at how precise this new week opening gap was. Right? Tell me with a straight face, the market is not respecting this. Perfectly below the 1 hour fair value gap, right? Tell me with a straight face that the market does not respect these things. You can't do it. You can't. Markets are too precise, guys. These markets are too precise. And that is why I will never give up with trading. Let's go, Jackson. Let's go. Thanks for the love, man. It is just to build up that momentum slowly before New York session starts. Yup. Yeah, I missed it too, man. It's okay. It's alright. Kind of sucks because there were multiple entries, right? It could have been taking an inversion. I could have taken a change state of delivery. Yeah, yep. No, exactly, bro. No, it's actually so crazy. Like, you can remember, like, yeah, it was literally my trading mentor made fun of me, and yeah, man, that's a good video, cause it's like, Dodgy making fun of me for it, and it's like, nah, bro. Look at how precise the market is, dude. Yep. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, guys. Right now, we are way, way above all-time highs. It's kind of hard to do anything, but we're still going to be watching. I mean, it's just cool to observe this, though. Yeah, Dodgy's... I'll never understand it, bro. Dodgy's just, in his ways for the way that there's only one way to trade, and it's his way. And that's how a lot of traders are, to be fair. And, that's fine. I see the market through a more diverse lens. I personally don't see it through one way is only the right way. I see the market as whatever is true. Whatever the market respects, whatever I observed in the charts through my back testing, that's what I'm going to use to trade. And I don't overcomplicate it past that. Yeah, I know, man. But it's on days like today. It's on days like today where you have to just say, I'm not going to FOMO. I'm not going to tilt. I am just going to preserve my money, preserve my emotional capital, and just chill. Like, you genuinely, like, these days are just as important as the days you win. Because if you don't control yourself, if you do something dumb, you're never going to make it in trading. You're a gambler. If you can't control yourself on days like today, where you feel like you have to chase this move, you're going to lose. Because once again, all you even need is one of these a month across funded accounts. If you get one of these a month, just one, if you're locked in enough to say, I just need one of these a month across all my funded accounts, dude, you're set for the month, dude. If you had the discipline to say, I'm only going to take one trade this month, and it's going to look exactly like this, and yeah, I'm just going to only take this across all my funded accounts, you bank, dude. You'd be making like $10,000 a month. I don't know if you ever felt like this, but I feel like I don't have a good eye enough to see my setup where I usually do. Any clue why I feel like I miss anything? It's just hard to see in the moment. Like you have to give yourself some grace because, yeah, it's way easy now that we've observed price action and we're like, I don't know, like now that it's obvious that it's respected this new week opening gap and this 1 hour gap, it's like, you know, it just feels like this was obvious. But in the moment, you have to be able to spot this. You have to be able to catch it as it's forming, and it's a lot harder in the moment, dude. So you can't beat yourself up about it. It's one thing to be able to what's the word? It's one thing to, you know, observe a trade after the fact, but catching it in the moment, that's probably 10 times harder. So you got to give yourself some grace. Dude, was there actually 13 people, dude? Guys, I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Don't tell me how many people are watching. I will see it after. I will see how many people are watching after, and I'll be like, dang, bro. That was a lot. But, like, dude, it's like, the thing about, if I know how, that's why I don't even have it showing up on the other screen, is because, like, I don't want to know, bro. I don't want to know. 13 people is insane. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, man, dude. Yeah, like I said, we're just kind of consolidating now. We've finished this move. And I bet you, right, measuring out standard deviations of this, let's see if we respect it. Yep, there we go. Second standard deviation. Right on the dot, dude. There we go. Now, that, like, you wouldn't have gotten entry there, so it's not really 2R, but still. Yeah. Initially, I like these low resistance lows, but once you realize that we're respecting this new week opening gap, I look like a young ICT. Dude, that's what people have told me before, bro. That's crazy. Thanks, dude. Like, initially, you kind of just think, oh, these low resistance lows look nice, but you have to observe the market in real time, what's going on. We get SMT with Asia, new week opening gap, dip below midnight, and then you have to realize, all right, let's be on our feet and prepare for this reversal, because this is not the drawn liquidity more. These low resistance highs are. So why you honestly have to have multiple draws on liquidities marked out, because, you know, the market could have had a situation where we rejected this and got an SMT, but that wasn't what the market gave us today. The market instead, this was a lot more obvious, right? So this is what the trade, this is what, I mean, when you get a good trade, it's going to be insanely obvious. Like this, it's so hard to say objectively that the market's going to go to this low resistance low, these low resistance lows, when all of the signs point to these low resistance lows. So it's just a matter of which drawn liquidity does the market want to go to, because it's going to go to one of them. Our job is just to figure out as traders which one is that, and then all we're doing past that is let's get our entry, whether that's an inversion, whether that's a change of state of delivery. We just got to get our entry, and once we get our entry, we are just along for the ride, dude. Low resistance highs, these are rocket fuel to expand price higher. Rocket fuel, dude. Yeah, someone told me that before, that I look like ICT in the hat. I think that's cool, dude. Yeah, I don't know what else we're gonna get here, but whatever, man. Whatever. Well, we could look at the higher time frame. We're probably not going to get anything right now, so we could take a look at the higher time frame. And I'm not going to short anything. Any short's going to be lower probability here, to be honest. It's too risky for me. It's not something I'm willing to risk my money on. So let's take a look at the higher time frame, because I'm actually curious now that you mention it, right? To be honest, bro, I think we're in expansion mode. I don't know how. I mean, we could get sell opportunities, but to me this seems more like a buy model. We have we had SMT at this low, right? SMT at this low. To me, this was accumulation, manipulation, so SMT here, SMT here. Accumulation, to me this was accumulation, manipulation, and now I feel like we're in distribution, right? So I think it's more likely that we're going to keep expanding, but I don't know, let me know what you think for sure. Like accumulation, manipulation with SMT, and now we got this inversion, right? This is like a weekly gap, isn't it? Yeah, weekly fair value gap here, right? S&P had a weekly gap. Sorry, the screen's kind of small. So I'm looking at the S&P right now. Dude, crazy. Look at the weekly gap, dude. Look at how precise we manipulate into it. Weekly fair value gap. Perfectly respected. So, yeah, man. I kind of feel like we're in expansion mode. I don't know. I'm hesitant to take shorts at any point, dude. I think you're just taking lower probability trades if you take shorts. But then again, there could be a good opportunity. I'm not saying there can't be. So weekly gap, 4-hour change in state, right? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like personally that we're gonna keep expanding, because what does this look like to you, right? This looks like buy model. Yeah, I'm keeping an open mind, dude. You're totally right. You're totally right. As I will always keep an open mind. Anything really can happen, and that's why we have to be on our feet as traders and prepared. Yeah, this was probably most obvious on the 15-minute, right? Because let's take a look at this as a 2022 model on the 15-minute. I think this was most obvious as a 2022 model because we sweep out these lows. We break this high. Super obvious break structure, right? So liquidity sweep, breaker structure. Now we measure out this move up from low to high. I guess that's not technically, I don't know. It's not technically a fair value gap on the but if you take it as two candles, it is, right? And then once again, that new week opening gap, chilling below price. Yeah, guys, looks like we're just still expanding. There's like, we're moving up so aggressively that there's not even 5-minute gaps to support price. Like normally when we're in expansion, sometimes we'll get 5-minute gaps and you can take 30-second change in state of deliveries off of them. But you can see we're expanding so aggressively, we're not even getting that. We're not even getting 5-minute gaps and 30-second change in state of deliveries. Which is crazy, because a lot of the time you will get that. And I've gotten some good trades just doing that, actually, where when we're aggressively expanding, we'll get these 5-minute gaps, and everyone's trying to short the pump because dumb money shorts against the trend. So you're gonna take these 5-minute gaps, and when dumb money's trying to short against the trend, you're gonna take the 30-second change state of deliveries off these 5-minute gaps, and you're gonna bank, because a lot of time you can get crazy RR on them too, like crazy RR. Don't go against the trend. 5-minute gaps, 30-second change state of deliveries when we're aggressively displacing. Those are fire trades, dude. Fire trades. I mean, I could prove it to you right now. There's probably plenty of examples, dude. Like, this is probably an example right here. Right? I mean, it's a little too high in premium, but it still proves my point, which is why I'm going to go look at it. It's a little too high in premium, but it still proves my point. 5-minute gap. And then 30-second change state. I like this candle right here. I think this one it's undeniably obvious that we're gonna go run liquidity. So I like this candle. And yeah, I would take this on the close. If this was the trade I was actually taking, right? And then I go break even at these highs. And then you can see that we just keep expanding. If I measure out standard deviations, right? 2 hit, 4 hit. In a psychological perspective, what if we have more buyers than sellers in tomorrow market? I think majority always tend to go against the majority. Wherever the most people are going to get stopped out, bro. That's the simplest way for me to put all of trading into one sentence. It's going to go where the most people are going to get stopped out. Period. End of story. Done. That is trading. All strategies fall under that bucket. So more buyers than sellers, dude, I have no idea, but all I look at is where most people are going to get stopped out. That's where the market's going to go. That is that simple, dude. But yeah, I don't know, man. To be honest, I genuinely don't know whether that's, yeah. So you could take it like this, right? Where up to the second standard deviation, break even at that high. So this is a perfect example to prove my point, right? Where 5-minute gap, 30-second change of state of delivery, up to the 2 to 2.25. Perfect example, right? And also accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But yeah, you'll see this happen over and over again. So watch those 5-minute gaps. When we're aggressively moving higher, you're going to feel like, oh, there's no entries. But you got to look at those 5-minute gaps, because those 5-minute gaps are going to be beautiful, dude. Beautiful. Just look at them. Those are the trades where it's like, and also use common sense. Like, if we don't get a good entry, then don't take anything, because you can also get wrecked trying to do that. So just use common sense, but If you know the draw on liquidity and it's obvious, a lot of time you can do that. Like here, right? This is clear displacement. So I'm watching the displacement. We get clear displacement. So 5-minute gap right here. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, let's drop down 30-second. Yeah, I don't know. That's not maybe the best example, but, you know, because I probably wouldn't take this, but we do retest. We do get the 30-second change of state of delivery. I don't think this is that obvious, so I wouldn't take this, but anyway. Let's see what we're getting. Maybe we could tape read some trades. I probably won't take anything. Once again, still expanding higher. Man, don't short, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Just don't short, dude. You'll get wrecked. I mean, clearly, I think we're expanding to the max extension of this model. So, I mean, that's usually where we go. So, I think shorting is just gonna get you wrecked. I wonder how many people are watching now. Probably less. $10 watching still? Yo, you guys are really here for the whole entire stream, huh? You guys all want to watch the whole time. That's sick, dude. Thank you, guys. Yeah, like I said, like, what do we even do here? You know? Like, consolidation, but like I always say, I'm going to be here until 11:10. That's just how I roll. I show up for my live trading window, which is from 9:15 until 11:10. Because, by the way, the reason I do 11:10 is because that's when the macro ends, right? The macro goes from 10:50 to 11:10. So, if there's a trade within this window, I want to be able to observe it to the end. That's why I have 11:10. But yeah, this is too risky to short, too risky to long. It's kind of how it feels, and I hate these types of situations. But you know, so we might just make some more observations about price. But I will be staying here this whole time. Once again, observe our time levels, right? Our time levels. We go below midnight, below 8:30. We go below both of them. So we're in a deep discount. We hit that new week opening gap. Now we start to get inversions up to the upside. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see the market dip below these time levels. Because these are going to be essentially like the market's going to remember these time levels. It's going to go below 8:30. It's going to go below midnight. Don't ask me why. It's just what the market does. Like, observe it, backtest it for yourself, so you don't just have to believe me. But watch 8:30, watch midnight. The market's gonna go below those before it reverses, or above those before it reverses. It's crazy, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. I kind of want to take a look at stat map. Let's go pull up. Yo! Dude, it doesn't get better than that, bro. Bro. This was the best trade of all time, dude. I think this might be the best trade of all time. Okay, so to show you guys what I'm looking at, right? So this is the statistical mapping. It costs money, but I get it because I like it. 8:30 to 11, right? That's New York session. So what we're looking at here, what this is statistically on a bullish day, will manipulate to this red line for New York session. Statistically, on average. Statistically, on a bullish day, we will distribute to this green line. Guys, what happened today? What happened today? Hit those stat map levels exactly, bro. That blow your mind, bro? That blow your mind. Isn't that crazy? Genuinely. Like, that is so precise. And combine that with what we already talked about with the new week opening gap, with the 1 hour gap, with the S&T with Asia's lows. Combine that with the dip below midnight. Guys, you can catch trades that are 90-something% probability. If you add up all the confluences together, you're going to get those kinds of trades. It's not going to happen every day. I mean, for the most part, for those crazy good trades, right? Those 90-something% probability trades. But those 90% probability trades will happen. And if you want to be the type of trader that just sits there and says, I'm only trading once the stat map level lines up, the new week opening gap lines up, the S&T with Asia lines up, the dip below midnight lines up, and then I'm going to full port all my fundeds. Don't actually do that. Don't full port all your fundeds. But what I'm saying is you can get these really high probability trades that are going to happen like every so often. And if you had the patience to just say, I'm just going to only take it when we get that, you could be banking, dude. But it's easier said than done, right? That's why we're not all millionaires yet. But down the road, you know, let's just keep locking in, bro. Let's keep locking in. But yeah, that stat map is so sweet, right? We go right to the statistical manipulation level. That was this red line. So actually, let's just do Control Z and get that old chart back up. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but so remember this? We were just talking about this earlier. 1 hour gap, new week opening gap, S&T with Asia, midnight. Let's add in our new confluence, the stat map. We go to our statistical manipulation level for New York session. Statistically, on a bullish day, we go to this red line. Statistically, on a bullish day, we distribute to this green line, right? I just want all these. Yeah, I know, dude. It'd be so much easier said than done if we could just I don't know, like if we could just find all these in the moment, but that's why we just got to be locked in enough to do it. And then and then 5-minute inversion. That's crazy. So something we can look at, guys, in the future, right? If we are at 8:30, we can say, okay, where do stat map levels line up with like new week opening gaps or something, right? Manipulation level lines up with the new week opening gap, right? So that then be on the charts earlier. Yeah, I mean, I want to be on the charts earlier, but it's like I also don't want to end up taking a trade where it's like, you know, it's before market open and it's a bad trade. That also is a risk when you get on the charts too early. But yeah, statistical manipulation, midnight, and then we inverse this gap. Oh wow, we're actually getting moved lower. Not saying that we're gonna actually go lower, but I am observing that like price action is doing something now, right? Price action is actually doing something. Do we got any 5-minute gaps? Not really. 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute. Yeah. Alright, we are inversing this to the downside. Yeah, I'm not shorting. It's too bullish. Definitely not shorting. But I just like, I just like observing what I'm seeing. I'm not taking that, dude. No way. Bad. In my opinion, I don't like that. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just getting better like you guys, so. But yeah. 5-minute inversion. Guys, this is so sick. Once again, up to the statistical distribution level. Imagine when we can get so good where we can have the conviction to just say, send it all off at the statistical distribution level. Imagine when we can have the conviction to be like, send it high, send it higher. I mean, not necessarily all off at the, it's never all or nothing, right? So I always scale out, but just showing how like you can just say I'm gonna go to the statistical distribution level, right? And then look at that, we go right to the statistical distribution level. So use statistics in your trades, guys. Crazy trade, dude. All right, screenshotting that. Stat map included with IPG. Alright, so we could end up going lower. I don't know. Dude, nothing in here is screaming high probability to me. I'll just say that. I mean, there's not even a 5-minute fair value gap. Oh, the closest 5-minute gap is here. We're like genuinely far away from everything. How many people are watching? Dude, I can't stop checking, man. I can't stop checking. 9 of you guys still watching. That's crazy. Shorting at 23,400. Alright. That's, yeah, it looks like you're taking this change of state or something. Alright. Nice, bro. Nice. I mean, yeah, we do inverse this. I don't know, man. Someone could probably be taking it. It's just not for me, man. I mean, we're getting an SMT the opposite direction. I can't believe there were 13 people, dude. That was insane. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much here. Next macro is happening right now, right? Where we're getting... Let's take a look at the macros. So you can see, right? Hydro macro doing its thing. Hydro macros, guys. Don't sleep on them because they're actually pretty powerful. These 20 to 40 macros, everyone else sleeping on them, but guys, 20 to 40, that's a key time. Most people don't understand that, including Dodgy, right? 20 to 40. Watch these 20 to 40 macros. That was within our time window. We got that inversion. We got that inversion within this 20 to 40 window. That was when we expanded. 20 to 40, 50 through 10. Those are the macros. Besides, there's a few other obscure ones, but yeah. Look at how precise this is, right? And look at this. 50 to 10. Is that or is that not when we expanded, guys? Expansion. Consolidation. Expansion. Yeah, so what I'm saying is next macro starting, but right now we're in a consolidation, so I don't know if we're gonna get anything. For fun, let's take a look at this. Just for fun. CISD on 5 minute, now let's see. Oh, really? Interesting, yeah, man. I'm not shorting this, dude. Too bullish. That's just my own thoughts, though. Y'all can do what you want. But what I was saying is, I just want to take a look at this. Down. Oh, guys, I know what we need to do. We need to move it. So what you can do with this indicator, yeah, I'm not taking that. Turn it onto the half level sometimes. Turn it on half. And now all of a sudden, wait, I guess it's not perfect, but actually, see if it'll load. I mean, yeah, it's decent, right? This is a 2-hour gap. 2 hour for value gap. Within that fair value gap partition. So, definitely something to keep your eye on, right? We go from the low of the dealing range, we break structure, get that fair value gap in that fair value gap partition. And once again, this is not like an exact, like, there has to be an exact 3 candle for value gap. No, it's more or less just like, where's the gap in highs and lows? Like, this conceptually understand fair value gap is not necessarily that exact 3 candle pattern. Fair value gap is just where there was an inefficiency, where there was displacement, and we're going to come back to refill it. And so you can see that this fair value gap, we go from the low of the dealing range, sweep liquidity into the liquidity sweep. We sweep liquidity into the extension, right? We sweep liquidity. So this is where these red and yellow, the red is where the low should form, but allow the yellow to be where we sweep liquidity into, right? We allow the possibility of sweeping liquidity into the extension of the dealing range. So low, sweep liquidity, break structure, and now fair value gap forms within the fair value gap zone. And so now we got the other side of the dealing range in sight, right? So, very cool. Very cool. So yeah, we have sell orders on the DOM for real. Interesting. Good to know. Ooh, we do have a 5-minute fair value gap. So this is the first fair value gap that's formed in like a quick minute, right? We're watching this now. We're watching this. We only have 10 minutes left on stream, but we are watching this 5-minute gap. How do we respond to this? Are we going to inverse it? Are we going to respect it? Let's pay attention to what happens here. We're getting possibly a respecting of it. Right? Now, I'm not saying to take anything because I don't want to short, but I'm watching how we respect this. 30-second change state of delivery. And it's not anything obvious to me, but I am observing. I'm a price observer, right? 5-minute fair value gap. It's too consolidated. It's too much consolidation for me. But I'm being a price observer. This is the first fair value gap that formed in a quick minute. So now I'm just watching to see how we respond to this. Once again, we're very bullish. You can see this is, you have to be very careful because look at S&P. S&P, this is not a bearish fair value gap. S&P, this is a bullish fair value gap. This is what I mean when I say don't just do something dumb because we're so bullish. And so it could easily keep going higher right now. I don't know. Like I'm saying, it's not predictable to me right now, so that's why I'm doing nothing. But I like to be a price observer. I like to mark things out. I like to see the market in real time do what it does because that's how we get better, just by watching. We don't need to, we just sit, we watch, and we see what the market does, and that's how we get better. But I'm noticing now that we're getting S&T with this low, right? S&T. We have that 5-minute gap on S&P. There's not a 5-minute gap on NASDAQ, but there is on S&P. So this could be more of a trade on S&P where, once again, remember those 5-minute flow states I was telling you about? Those 5-minute, 30-second flow states? This could possibly be one, right? I'm not necessarily saying take this because, one, I don't trade S&P. Two, all-time highs are just risky, but I'm noting this, right? 5-minute fair value gap, 30-second change of state of delivery. So I'm curious, we could end up going off of this, but nothing I love, right? Look at how much consolidation this is. I don't even want to draw out the change of state, but why don't I trade ES? I don't actually. I should just start trading ES, bro. But that's a good point. I should genuinely be more open to trading ES. The main thing is I have to pull up the ticker on it, and then I have to recalculate my risk separately. But it actually doesn't really matter that much. Like, what is this? MNQU5. So we want MNQ. Wait, we want MES U5. Okay, yeah. So we could just trade ES basically. It's good to know for the future. Like, if we want to, we can. This needs to go away. And why is this here? Go away. Go away. Why is this blue line here? Oh my. Okay. So now if I go back to the other screen, I'm not doing anything, Daniel. I'm not. I'm not actually taking a trade. I was just observing, right? I wasn't saying I was actually going to take that. But I totally agree with you, right? I don't think this is high probability conditions at all. But I appreciate you looking out for me. Alright, cool, Skid. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you. Yeah, I could trade S&P. I should definitely be more interested in trading S&P. Right? There's nothing wrong with it. I just like, I like NQ. It's my favorite. Yeah, I'm not actually trading that, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm not. Don't worry, Snowman. I'm not taking this 30-second. I'm not taking that. It would not be a good trade. Yeah. Yeah, definitely nothing high probability, guys. Look at how we're already breaking this S&P, right? I genuinely, really do not short at all, or I don't take trades in these conditions. Low, very low probability. Very, very low. Very low. So I don't do anything, dude. I don't. It's just how I roll. So now NASDAQ possibly drawing down into this fair value gap, right? Okay, we got 2 minutes left. And then I will be done. But look at how this fair value gap was respected so far. Observe price action. We are just price observers. We are not traders. We are just price observers. But then if we happen to see something beautiful, we could take a trade. But we're price observers. First standard deviation hit of this tiny little 5-minute gap here. Not something that I would say is high probability at all, but I don't know. There's not much else to look at. So, all right, 1 minute left, and then yeah, I'll end the day with no trades. No news Monday. No trades. Besides the one I could have taken that I missed out on. So it is what it is. 1 minute left, and then we'll be done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much. And let's keep showing up and keep getting better every single day. One day at a time. One day at a time. You could have scalped that. The 30 yeah, I'm not taking trades in these conditions, dude. It's just low probability, dude. Look at how price action is. Alright, I will see you guys